in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Ulf Carl with you. おかえりなさいませ、マイダーリン。この格好？かわいいかわいいリルサンタだよ。
Boobies. I was about to say, that doesn't have the full scene, right?
Listen,
because that's a hell of a way to get kicked off YouTube.
We are on our last month on YouTube before we make the transfer over to Rumble exclusive live content. But even then, I'm pretty sure they won't let me play that full scene either.
They're not going to let you play that on Rumble.
when we transfer over to like subscription based model on the website for people to just watch our content on there for like the after party show, whatever. Sure, whatever. We can do that. But until then, because I don't feel like it. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, you said Christmas stuff. I was like, oh, we're gonna do the powder room. It's like, no, it's Wolf Girl with you.
Yeah, Wolf Girl with you. And if you guys don't know what that is, go get yourself a nice visual novel. Sit back, get yourself some Kleenex, and enjoy the show. It's a very heartwarming. You know, you gotta eyes, just crying, tears, love.
Get that tango ready.
So it is almost Christmas time. I know our first show was in December, but I was like, it's too early for Christmas stuff at this time. So now it's the right time frame for Christmas stuff. How do I know? All the Christmas events are going on. Now the Christmas events have started. It's time to go. When fate is giving me a new Christmas altar, I'm like, okay, great. It's time to.
It's time.
It's Santa Marta this year. It has been an interesting overall couple of days. I got 1 waitlisted panel and 10 denied panels for KatsuCon. Then, upon seeing this, I was like, I'm still looking for a viable breakfast option, guys, for KatsuCon. And no one really has an answer. I have an idea. Why don't we all hang out together? We can all bring snacks and coffee, and we'll all have a big breakfast cosplay thing together, guys. And this is how I get my coffee to multiple people.
They didn't give you panels, so you're finding ways to start trouble.
Listen, I'm not starting trouble. I'm just gonna make things happen that upset the hotel, but the con can't really stop. They had the ability to keep me occupied with shit. They chose not to do that. And the worst part is they chose not to do that to me and everyone that I know. Like
a bunch of other creative people who usually do panels aren't doing panels this year.
And we're all like, what do we do? And I'm like, I don't know.
We'll find new ways to keep ourselves entertained.
Oops. This is a problem, because if I'm not doing my panels, I'm usually watching my friend's stuff.
Yeah, like I can be entertained watching my friend's shit.
That's fine, because my friend's stuff is usually good, or at the very least informative, and something I'm interested in. But like, I'm looking and someone's like, "Oh, I got my body paint thing," and I'm going, "Okay, body paint. How are you going to? Are you going to have like a live model, or are you just going to show people pictures of body paint? Are you going to go through how to do stuff? Like, this seems like a workshop, and you should have like paints and stuff to do."
That sounds like a good way to piss off the hotel.
Not my problem. Listen, I did not approve shit. I wasn't even approved. I have one panel that was waitlisted, and it's my tentacle one, and I'm just going, okay. Now what's going to be funny is they're going to probably call me like an hour beforehand, going, "Can you do the tentacle one?" And I'll go, "I'm drunk, but I'll do it.
I'll do it, but I'm drunk."
Tom was just devastated. He's like, "I can't believe nothing got in." I go, "Tom, relax."
Like, sometimes you get zeroed out.
It happens. It
Happens.
happens. Like it sucks when it does, but it happens. He's just said I put in for Zenkai, and I'm like, oh, and I went to go and check. And went, oh, it just closed. Like I missed it by a day.
Oops.
I'm like, well, there we are. Too late. So sad. What I will do is I'll check out my local con, and I'll put in some panels for there. I know we've got one local one coming up and another one coming up later on. And there's that 21 plus anime con I'm very interested in doing.
If you can find info on that, let me know.
I know who's running it. Like I physically know who's running it. I have his number on my fucking phone. The problem is I don't think he knows how, like he hasn't set up everything yet. Like it's like I'm still waiting for money back from DerpyCon.
Yeah, that's why I never went back to DerpyCon.
Yeah, I'm gonna send them an email like later on to their info thing like, hey, I did a panel and I never got information on how to get my money back from my ticket. I did 5 panels. I was at all of them. 3 of them were full rooms. 2 of them were not. 2 of them were like minuscule room size stuff, but it was more like time of day type thing. Going up against the burlesque show, I'm like, oh great, no one's gonna show up. Cool. And I wasn't wrong. You know.
Yeah. You wanna risk going to California and do a panel on an aircraft carrier?
I have a feeling we would get shot.
In and out. 1 day con.
That's also what the bullet will do, in and out.
And they've cleaned the streets in San Francisco.
No, China won't be there no more. They won't be clean. Don't lie to me.
They can only do so much damage in the next 3 months.
Bullshit. Now they're angry and motivated and full of crack. All right, let's talk about what was going on Twitter this weekend.
Call of Duty got roasted.
So there's lots of things to talk about here. First of all, does anyone actually watch the video game awards? Because I don't.
I don't.
Like I tune in to check out the commercials, and that's it.
I don't even do that.
And the commercials this year
get posted on Twitter.
Exactly.
For social media.
Which is what I wait for. I wait for that. I gotta go video game. I'm like, come on, and like nothing good popped up. I'm like, oh, sad. It's like, oh look, here's the trailer for GTA 6. I'm like, we've already seen this. We've seen it. We've had it for over a week.
Pretty much. Apparently, Teal had some spicy words for Activision and Call of Duty.
Go ahead and play it. No volume.
Oh, it's not showing. It's not sharing. Oh.
Nope. All right, whatever. So, go ahead and play it. It's got
subtitles.
So, he says, fun fact. My speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. What? And then everyone's laughing because everyone understands. Everyone, and I laugh because.
And then quick, another company I'll never work for.
Yeah.
And moving on.
Now, I laugh about this because since I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, not the second one, but the first one, the campaign has been sub 20 hours.
Yeah.
It has been shorter and shorter and shorter because they just want you to play multiplayer. They
want you to play multiplayer and buy all the shit.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to be they're going for the Fortnite model of buy our stuff, but in Modern Warfare it actually matters because you unlock guns, you unlock skins, you unlock attachments and things that make your player better. So
yeah,
it sucks more. Essentially, that's what I'm going to say about that. Now
it's pay to win, not it's pay to win, and when you're already paying for the game,
$70 for a game, sub 20-hour campaign. Okay, the Miles Morales Spider-Man game I think is about the same length, but I think that was like $30 or $40 when it first came out. First of all, second of all, I didn't really need to go and play it. Third of all, it came free with the PlayStation Plus, and I went, cool, whatever, I'll play it now. It's
free. I can play it.
Yeah, okay, it's free. It's part of the $15 I spent a month. Cool, whatever. And then I played it, and I was like, okay, that was a good like 12 to 16 hours of gameplay. I'm good. The story wasn't great. It was kind of weird. They added in the ending. The ending upset me to no end because I swear to God, they just took the picture of Mary holding Jesus and just put like some other girl and Miles Morales. I'm like, what is this? As a Catholic, I am upset by this. I didn't realize we were putting the Christ back in Spider-Man.
Don't they realize that's going to piss off a lot of their target audience? Miles Morales is some flavor of Puerto
Rican and black.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Puerto Rican and black. He's probably Catholic.
Probably is. But I saw this, I'm like, that's weird. It's because Miles Morales' spider powers are different than Peter Parker's. He's got camouflage power and like some kind of electricity thing.
Yeah.
And the whole point of this is that like this clean energy source isn't actually clean, and it's making people sick and can kill everyone. So he's going around.
You're saying that Soylent Green is people.
Except it's more like solar energy is killing the birds.
It's turning the freaking frogs gay.
Anyway, the point of all this being, I actually have a video for that later. But the point of all this is that you are essentially killing green energy to go and save people from dying a terrible, terrible death. And I'm like, oh. You mean the only way to go and save New York City is to make sure they're still using oil and coal and clean burning propane?
Yes, there's back again. Yeah. Shady's back. So afraid. Yes, who's back? Yes, who's bad? 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 Yes, who's back? No.
That was my one AI speech credit for the month. That was it.
Making Alex Jones memes.
Making Alex Jones sing an Eminem song. That was it. That was my one meme. My one AI speech meme or speech credit for the month. Done, used, good night. I was like, this was terrible, but it's too late now.
It's happening.
Like it's happened. All right, let's more Call of Duty news. So,
in addition to them getting roasted, Zuma, Twitch streamer, got told that he's not allowed to use Call of Duty footage in any of his Twitch streams.
So Call of Duty is doing a preview today, or was doing a preview earlier today. They're talking about the new campaign, and they're showing out new mechanics and guns and stuff like that in a big preview game going on today.
And they were having tournaments and shit as part of his preview.
Exactly. And Zuman and he's a Twitch streamer, and he also does stuff for the, I think it's called Breakpoint or the Breaking Point. The point being, he does stuff for them, and they're a big Call of Duty competitive like information thing. They talk about all the stuff that goes on in Call of Duty and FPS games and competitions. So all of them were told they can't use it, as well as Flank, which is the top competitive gaming group, information group regarding Call of Duty. They were told you can't use any Call of Duty imagery, videos, nothing. You can talk about it all you want, but you can't show anything. And I'm not sure if it's YouTube who decided that or if it's Activision who decided that. but they were given specific instructions via email that they can't do it, and if they do it, their strings will be immediately pulled and they will be struck. Which on Twitch is a huge deal because if they like I get banned every month, but they don't strike me for anything. If they
struck, it's
goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. You're better off joining Dr. Disrespect.
So he was going off like, I can't do any of this, and that's kind of what fucking does.
And that's which is a huge like if Call of Duty, we're already angry at you 90% of the time. 90% of the time. Like I don't play Call of Duty that often. When I do, it's because they've done something that I actually enjoy or something looks interesting that I actually want to play.
If you're doing a public preview like this, if you're doing a public preview, you're gonna expect you have to know that shit's gonna get out.
Yeah, one. And two, and this is very important. Having your biggest information people there to go and stream it would be a good thing. Like reach out. I don't know who your marketing and PR person is. I don't know who your social media guy is, but fire them.
Yes. If you're doing a public preview, shit's gonna get leaked. Embrace it. Like, yes. Okay, here's a preview of what to expect. If you don't want that shit to leak, do it privately. Have NDAs.
Yes, and
keep the number of people participating tight in. Or if you want a bunch of people playing it, have them sign NDAs and say, "Hey, this is don't even talk about it."
Or
if you're doing something to get publicity, and realize that shit's gonna get leaked out.
Yep. All right, so
just embrace it and just let it happen. It'll be better for you anyways. Saying, "Oh, we're gonna do a public preview," and then not letting public see your shit, that's just gonna piss people the fuck off.
It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. All right. What's next?
Finally, after years and years, we're getting a Space Marine 2.
Which I'm excited for because I'm really tired of playing Warhammer RTSs. Like,
I mean, I like 40K RTSs because Warhammer started as a tabletop strategy game.
I like those too, but I don't like the ones where I only have one person to choose from and have to RTS around the freaking map. I'm like, what is the point of an RTS if I have one character? I'm sitting here, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing. I'm looking at you, Warhammer.
At that point, you're playing Dota.
Yeah, I'm playing League of Legends one-player mode.
Anywho, so the original Space Marine was a third-person shooter set in 40K where you played as a Space Marine and you did all the glorious Space Marine things, and you played the only Ultramarine without a stick stuck up his ass. Like one of your comrades is the Ultramarine Smurf meme. The Codex Astartes does not approve of this. It's just like, no, just chill. We're gonna do good things for the Emperor today. We're gonna kill some Xenos. Chill the fuck out.
Calm down.
Let's go rip and tear, buddy.
Let's just hope that they do some good writing on this, because the only thing that carries Warhammer 40K games is the writing.
It's got to be over the top, but it's got to be right.
Okay, it has to be good writing. And if you don't do it correctly, or if you screw it up and you start putting in weird shit, we all noticed. Okay,
when things get fucking weird, like you could have various different kinds of writing. There's been a lot of great authors that have written shit for 40K.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of authors who have written fucking weird shit that's bad for 40K.
There's lots of authors who have written weird erotic fan fiction in their 40K stories, and I kind of go, what was the point of this? This scene was completely unnecessary, and did not need to be part of this. We could have skipped this entire fucking half this chapter.
This isn't even fucking Slaneshi bullshit.
This isn't
even Chaos bullshit. Why is this here?
Yeah.
You don't even. Why is this here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what Dan Abnett's doing these days, but maybe get him involved. He's usually the better of the 40K authors.
Yes.
If you haven't read either Gaunt's Ghosts or Eisenhorn, do it. Those are both by Dan Abnett. Check those out.
I have to pull up my 40K library. I'm like, 1 second. What? The Inquisition War. That was a good one. That didn't have. Okay, it had a Space Marine by the end of the second book, and he lost his hand, but he was given a new hand through the power of his faith with the God Emperor. And I'm like, sure, glowing God Emperor hand. You know what? It's off the wall, but I can believe it. Yeah,
I can roll with this.
I can roll with this. And that God Emperor hand gave him the power to kill the Slaaneshi demon that was infecting the Inquisitor. I'm like, there we go. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Mm-hmm.
The peak of 40K literature, though, in my opinion, is Cyphus Cain by Sandy Mitchell. That entire series.
Anyway, the point of this being that
it doesn't take itself serious. It doesn't take itself seriously, but it does respect the series and the lore.
I'm hoping that in Space Marine 2, they fight very dapper orcs, just very proper, or just here. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here you go.
Yous demonstrating a fundamental misunderstanding of the concept. Enough Docker is more than you got, but less than too much. And there ain't no such thing as too much Docker. Enough Docker is not a state of being, but rather a state of striving. It is not a goal to achieve, but rather an ordeal to emulate. And that's... I use again. Right, that's enough of that then. Shall we?
Dapper orcs.
That'd be whole. That it's kind of world breaking, but kind of fucking awesome.
Well, let's be honest here, all right? There comes because orcs are split off in so many different directions. I would believe, oh, this one decided he was British. Sure. All
well,
right.
the entire 40K universe is British.
I have a lot to say about the Tau and how they're just a bunch of Muslims, but okay.
Well, the Tau was created to make fun of weeaboos.
And I'm going to use my samurai sword, chainsaw sword.
The Tau were created to make fun of weeaboos, and then they kind of took on elements of
Indian religion.
Yeah. They took on elements of different Eastern religions, which all originated in India, and then there's overlap with
it's not
there's
just
overlap with Islam there.
There's some overlap with Islam. There's some Hinduism. There's some Buddhism. There's I'm just like, okay, you know what? Sure.
There's the last practicing Zoroastrians are in India, and that's where all the Abrahamic religions came out of.
All right. So
yeah.
what is next on the docket?
Also from Niche Gamer, FBI allegedly dragged Catholic family out of home at gunpoint over offensive memes.
I'm gonna put this under tech news because this is about memes on the internet.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna explain this to you. All right, this is a Catholic family. This is like salt of the earth, American as apple pie, volunteer fireman, does the bake sale, goes to church every weekend, Catholic family. And these FBI agents found this boy on, I think it was Discord, on some chat thing. It was like, hey, post memes. Hey, post memes. Hey, post memes. Hey, post memes. And so they got him to post some offensive memes finally.
Posting crusade memes.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Like I post Crusade memes all the time. All right, I did one earlier this week talking about the current war in Israel. And I was like, listen, the Catholics just need to come in and take back what's ours. And people are like, oh, how could you say that? I go, what? Well, it would solve the entire problem.
No, it wouldn't.
It would.
No,
we
it
would no longer have Israel versus Palestine. We've had Vatican versus Israel versus Palestine. Whole new problem. And if history teaches me anything, Catholics always win. So the point is, we get ours.
You're wrong.
Shut up.
You're wrong, but
Yeah, we always
okay.
win. Catholics never lose at anything ever.
Um,
Shut up. Shut up. Lutheran.
ask the Yamakusa Catholics how that went.
That doesn't count. They didn't believe in God hard enough. The point of this being the FBI was, which is this one hurt because the FBI is traditionally a bunch of Irish Catholic guys.
Yeah, this is why it confused me. I have family who was in federal law enforcement. That was the partisan side of the family, and they kept a good look on the Catholic liturgical calendar because I'm not going to get if this happens on this day, I'm not going to get FBI support.
Yep.
Which FBI support was useless, but they bought the checkbook.
Yeah. Money is power. But the point of this being, I was confused as hell because I'm like, wait, why are we going after the Catholics?
It's part of the reason the Catholic Church was considered to have such an effective intelligence apparatus throughout much of the Cold War was the FBI was part of the Catholic intelligence apparatus.
We didn't have this whole Seven Nation Intelligence Agency thing. We just had the Roman Catholic Church. That's all we needed.
It's like, the such and such is happening here. He's got friends in America. Call up J. Edgar Hoover. Go find it out for the church.
Go find it out.
And that's how America knew, because America wiretapped the church.
Oops.
This cardinal's calling the FBI. They must be doing a background investigation on somebody.
On somebody about something.
They must know something. They must know something's up before we do. And they're using our own resources to follow up, or just wiretap it.
They're using our own resources just to confirm. I'm like, okay, there we are. Anyway, the point of this being, the FBI dragged this whole family out, and they're like, oh, it's a 17-year-old boy.
It's a 17-year-old boy shitposting.
Shit. Yeah, look, he's a volunteer firefighter.
And a fucking altar boy just shitposting.
Jesus Christ.
What?
That is something that, I'm happy we're having congressional hearings about how we keep bringing the FBI going, why are you going after Catholics? And they're just going, we're not going after Catholics specifically. And I go, we have the memo here that says you're going after Catholics.
Right fucking here, dude.
Look, just you can impeach FBI directors, right? That's how that goes. I think it's impeach.
You can impeach anyone who appointed by the president. It just
Congress.
takes time.
Congress, you have the evidence. Go impeach.
That's kind of, you got to get the Senate. You can impeach, but you got to get the Senate to do what it needs to do. We have a split Congress right now, so it's not going to fucking happen.
Listen, I'm tired of the whole politics things. Democrats, Republicans, Catholics, vote for both of you.
The fucking president's a Catholic.
No, he's not. He's lying about that. Okay. That's don't slander my religion with Joe Biden.
The Pope thinks he's Catholic.
People think the Pope's Catholic too. I know better. He might be at the top of the pile for now, but one day we'll get a real Pope in there.
You'll get what you're saying. So you saw. I mean, the tautology is, well, is this true? Is the Pope Catholic?
No, right now he's not.
Communist.
Not right. Right now he's a communist. He's not Catholic at all. If he was Catholic, he'd know better.
Lord.
All right.
Fun. Not fun.
What's next?
Entertainment news, or do we want to stay in tech news?
Whichever you prefer.
Is that entertainment?
There we go.
So a major Emirati AI company has. You sent this to me and it's blocked. What is this?
It's Fortune magazine. How is it blocked? Why do I have access to Fortune? You don't.
Because I never did shit with Wall Street.
Oh, blah 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 blah. Okay, so Emirati AI is a U.S.-based firm that was using Chinese tech to go and make AI. The United States national security apparatus went, hey, we really can't have you using all this Chinese tech and AI stuff that you're building for us. And so they had to go and make a decision as to whether they were going to work in the U.S.
Or work in China.
Or work in China. Like they'd have to go and make that call. They decided ultimately to work in the United States, they've begun removing all parts of their business that have to do with China and any Chinese owned business.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
that's kind of what's going on right now with a bunch of different companies.
Mhm.
4090s can't be sold in China because they've said, yeah, this is a gaming graphics card, but it's got a lot of AI shit in it.
Mhm.
We can't let that go to China.
Can't have it.
Even though
Sorry.
you cut down the card to make a 4080 or a 4070, it has that tech in there. It's just parts of it are lasered off because of binning.
Point of this being, the United States is starting to go towards a war footing, if you will. How do I know? They're telling people you can't work with certain countries anymore. Countries that our Congress is currently getting money from.
Yeah. Countries whose diplomats are sleeping with certain congressmen.
Countries who suddenly have interns show up in very nice fishnet stockings to people's homes at 2 in the morning with a bottle of champagne.
Countries who own a lot of farmland out in the Midwest.
Countries that are no longer allowed to own property in Florida.
Should we get out the tinfoil hat now, or have we already passed that point?
Dude, we've been past that point for like a year now. Like
No, I was talking about in this podcast.
in this podcast, yeah. Listen.
We've already had Alex Jones on screen.
I really hope Elon brings Alex Jones back to X just to put up that middle finger of, you know what? I did what you asked. You still took away my money. So allow me to stop doing what you asked me to do. And people are like, you can't do that. Go, no, that's exactly what I would do. Like if I do everything you asked me to and then you still fuck me, oh, well, guess what? Oh, why am I bothering doing all these things I don't like doing? There's no benefit to me. Ladies, that also applies when dating men too. There's no benefit.
Apparently, he's running a poll about it and using that poll to tell the CEO what to do.
Yeah, I've been hitting yes on every alt account I have. So what? It's fine. They're all for different purposes. I have the business account, my personal account, the meme account, the porn account, the pirated anime account, the football account, the pirated football account.
Which is a legitimate need in these I can't fucking speak today.
It's a legitimate need in this economy.
Yeah.
Especially since I can't get DVDs of like seasons of football games anymore. It's ridiculous. NFL, just sell me a DVD of the whole season for one team. That's all I want.
So you can see the Jets lose.
I just want to watch the Jets lose in 4K, okay?
Is what's his face back throwing passes or not yet?
No. And if he is, I haven't heard anything because I haven't.
Because I saw that he was practicing.
The last Jets game I watched was the Miami game for like Christmas, and that's because it was on Amazon Prime, and it just auto played. Like I turned on Prime, and it was like Jets game. I'm going, did I get a cable box? When did this? What? But yeah, so I guess NFL started streaming shows on Prime. I'm going, sweet, excellent. All right, what's next?
So tech news. Tesla discovered a legal loophole to sell their Cyberquad ATV.
I'm very excited for this. So now I can have a electric ATV for my 5 acres of land when I move to West Virginia.
So this was originally sold as a ride-on toy by Tesla, but the Consumer Product Safety Commission said that it was a youth ATV and not a ride-on toy. But then they looked at the regulations and they changed it, so now it's a toy again.
Oops. Listen, I just
less regulated.
I just want it so I can get it and then slightly modify it so it'll go faster, and then I can go and enjoy it on my 5 acres of land. That's all I want.
So now it's the new Cyberquad for kids.
Woo.
So
kids.
It now has an age range, a tire pressure warning label, and it removes some supports for the seat.
So I just need to reinforce the seat, change out the tires, and mess with the suspension. No big deal.
Yes.
No big deal. I can do that. You watch Darren go, so here's how you modify this to make it less legal. Enjoy. Darren,
when you flip over though,
that's on you. All right.
That's enjoy that hospital ride.
Remember
enjoy that ambulance ride.
Remember, if you do any kind of extreme motorsport, always have someone there to who is not doing the thing so that they can call the hospital in case something bad happens. It's always important.
When you're doing anything out in the woods that's sort of dangerous, have someone with you to help.
Yes, always go into the woods in pairs of 2 in case of bears, so that one of you can trip the other one, and then one of you can shoot the bear. What?
Always go. It's funny. You don't have to outrun the bear. You just have to be faster than the other guy.
And make sure you go into the woods armed. Never go into the woods unarmed. Okay, guys? Bear country. Have a gun. Have a gun. This way you can shoot the bear. And if that doesn't work, be faster than the other guy.
Anyways, next on the docket, El Salvador was the first country to accept Bitcoin as legal tender.
Now it's offering citizenship for $1 million.
A lot of countries are fucking doing this. Not the Bitcoin bit, but a lot of countries will offer citizenship for $1 million.
Most European countries will do this.
They won't. They don't offer citizenship. They offer residency.
Whatever.
But I'm trying to remember what country. It's not Cyprus.
It's wherever Dubai is. It's
No, that's I'm talking about in the EU.
Yeah.
EU country by citizenship. I'm trying to link.
Live fact checking here, folks.
I'm trying to remember it. Citizenship by investment. Is it Cyprus? No, it's Malta. Malta.
Okay.
Malta. You gotta own land in Malta and put 1.15 million euros into the economy.
Okay.
And then and then in a year you're a citizen, you're a Maltese citizen, which makes you a European citizen. And the European passport is one of the most powerful in the world right now.
It is.
And the fact that this is a thing pisses the rest of Europe the fuck off.
Well, Europe could fix this by, being individual countries.
I mean, other countries can just leave, like the UK did.
Yep. And the UK could also just leave Ireland.
Of course, as soon as I bring up Britain, it's like they can just leave Ireland.
Listen. In the Discord today, some or like a few days ago, someone was going, I really have a breeding kink, but I don't want to have kids. I go, no. You need to have kids. You need to have kids. You can secure the dynasty. And once you have secured the dynasty, you help push the English out of Ireland. And I'm just like, but I'm English. I said what I said.
I said.
I said what I said. No one likes the English, not even the English.
But a couple other countries do have similar things, like where you buy citizenship and have to either buy land or become a certain religion. I think the UAE, you have to invest so much money and then become Muslim.
You don't have to become Muslim. You need to have enough money, and then you need to have approval by one. I think it's one of the Saudi princes. No, it's some figure in the government that doesn't have any other job besides just existing in government. It's a thing, but yeah.
A lot of countries do. Almost all countries do this for residency. We do. We have a class of visas where you have to. The U.S. has a class of visas where you have to have a business where you invest $100K and you go to the front of the line to come here legally.
Yep.
And then to get that's still temporary residency, but you can accrue your time on the wait list for permanent residency forever and stay here pretty much forever, waiting for your number to come up in the permanent residency lottery.
Exactly.
There's Japan will fast track permanent residency if you invest $1 million. Which Japan is usually really hard to get permanent residency in.
They are.
Even couples, you get 10. If you marry a Japanese woman, you have to first get 10-year residency, and then you get permanent residency if you're still married after that.
Yeah, it's weird like that. You can marry a Japanese woman and you won't be a Japanese citizen. You just just marry.
You won't get permanent residency. You'll get 10-year residency, and until it works out. Then once you get permanent residency, then you can apply to change your citizenship.
Now,
you don't get dual citizenship.
Now, a tip for
you gotta give up your old citizenship.
I'm not doing that. Now, a tip for all you visa bros out there: find yourself a nice Japanese woman. Make sure she can cook rice. If she can't cook rice, no.
Are you still complaining?
Listen, man, no woman in the family can cook. And at this point, I'm just like, one of us has got to break the fucking cycle. One of us has to. It can't just be all the men, all Thanksgiving and Christmas season cooking all the food. It can't be, all right. The women have to learn how to cook. Beyond like freaking freshman year home ec, okay?
Because you were complaining last night that your mom can't cook rice.
My mom can't cook rice.
Puerto Rican. It's like, Like,
My grandmother can cook rice. My mom cannot. And I'm like, what happened here? Is this a failure? Whose failure is this? My mom's or my grandmother's?
yes, because personal responsibility, but also failure to pass on the legacy.
Next.
Entertainment news.
Entertainment news.
Ditko's estate and Disney settled over the rights of Marvel superheroes.
I'm kind of sad about this because I really wanted them to be unable to make money off of Miles Morales for like a couple more months. Listen, if you don't know the woes of Disney right now, I've never watched a company shoot itself in the dick this many times, and they just keep doing it.
They just keep doing it.
They just keep, and it finally happened enough to the point where. So there's a new Disney movie out called Wish. And I have lots of things to say about Wish. It's not very well written. It's kind of boring. The songs all suck. The songs aren't sung.
I didn't even know it was out.
It's out.
That's how bad Disney shot itself in the foot.
They don't have the weekend money for last week. They have like the 5 days. I'm going, okay, and it's still at the bottom. It's below Trolls 3. Trolls 3, which was a Pixar sequel of a sequel. And I'm like, okay. First of all, I didn't realize Trolls was out, but it's apparently doing better than Wish. Are
you saying Pixar, or is it Illumination, the other 3D studio? That's not Disney.
I think that's Pixar. I believe Trolls
Hold
is Pixar.
on.
Trolls 3.
No, it's Universal Studios.
Universal. Okay. It's
DreamWorks.
Okay, it's DreamWorks. I'm like I knew it was Universal. I thought Pixar.
Because if it was Pixar, it would be Disney.
Okay, then it's DreamWorks. The point being, DreamWorks and Universal, which is a direct competitor to Disney in everything. I mean that. Movies, animation, TV shows, theme parks, cruise liners, everything. Everything Disney got, Universal got.
Left-wing television networks.
Yeah, and?
I was just including other things they compete in.
Okay. The point of this being, Universal is kicking their butt with crap that should not be doing even good.
Yes.
All right. This is like this.
When was the last NBC show you saw? They all suck. They're kicking ABC's ass.
NBC show? What was Frasier?
Does Frasier even fucking count?
Probably not.
20 years ago.
Star Trek Enterprise.
That's Paramount. That's CBS.
Is that okay? NBC. What the hell was on NBC?
30 Rock, Friends.
Was Friends NBC? Because I watched that on WB.
It was NBC.
Then Friends, I think, might have been the last thing I watched.
Because it would kick Drew Carey's show and Whose Line's ass, and those were on ABC.
Gotcha.
And I don't get a lot of Friends jokes because I watched Whose Line. Because Whose Line was legitimately better.
I liked Friends. It was a good show. Anyway, the point of
Friends is a good show. It just came up against Drew Carey and, well, Mom's from Cleveland.
Gotcha. Yes, I have no loyalty for Ohio because they made me into a religious figure as a prepubescent boy. The point being,
you ran a cult in Ohio, but
I did not run a cult.
Ohio was already a cult.
I had not run a cult. I was there giving people religious freedom and spiritual guidance.
You were the figurehead of a cult.
Spiritual guidance for a price.
Okay, Elron.
The point of me explaining all this is what happened here with Disney and Ditko is very simple.
They settled and it's confidential and we don't know shit.
Yeah, that's the overall problem there. We have no clue as to what happened here, but I will explain to you what happened here. Is that Steve Ditko's brother, who now owns the Ditko estate, sued Disney because they were not paying the estate any money while using Spider-Man in multiple properties. So a lot of things happened here, and it eventually culminated in them finally hashing it out and deciding to settle. I think it's probably because Disney kept pissing off the judge along the way, according to rumors. I think it looks something like this.
Danço a hula hoop e o cha cha cha, sou estrela no céu.
Did I tell you about, just aside from entertainment news? Did I tell you what's going on? Well, it is entertainment news. Did I tell you what's going on with that trial in Atlanta?
Which one? There's a couple trials in Atlanta.
The Young Thug trial.
You were talking to me about it, and it seemed like a culminated just masterpiece of fucking what happened here. Like a lawyer is being told to write an essay.
Yes. It's just the entire thing's a fucking clusterfuck. One of the lawyers got arrested for assaulting a police officer because he got pissed off. One of the defense lawyers, because he got pissed off at another defense lawyer, threw his phone, missed, and hit a sheriff's deputy. A juror snuck their phone into the courtroom and live streamed Raw Deer, which is a no-no.
You're not supposed to do that in closed court proceedings.
And then tried lying about it to the judge.
I didn't do that. We can see. There's video of it. What do you mean you didn't do it?
Another one of the co-defendants managed to sneak in drugs and then openly passed it to Young Thug in the courtroom. Passed them to One of the other defense attorneys showed up. He showed up late after a lunch break during a hearing, and he asked where, like, the judge pissed off, started grilling him, and asked where he went to lunch, and it was a strip club. And then he tried to cover it by saying, "Oh, they just have really good food."
Listen.
The judge ordered him to buy. They have good food. Well, let's have the entire court decide. You're now ordered to buy lunch for everyone in the courtroom tomorrow.
So here's the thing.
From the strip club.
Here's the thing, and I'll say it. Okay, your first reaction is to stay away from the meatballs in the strip club. That reaction is wrong. They are exquisite, and I would always recommend them.
The same lawyer kept on starting late to shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the judge, tired of his shit, decided to sign him to write a law review, to write a law review article worthy of being published in an actual law review journal. No shorter than 16 pages with at least 10 primary sources on professionalism in the courtroom. And he had 20 days to do it, and like 10 days before, the guy's just like, "Why don't you just let me pay the fine? No, you can't argue about my sentence. You do this, or you spend 20 days in jail. No, you don't get to pay the fine. I know you want to pay the fine.
There's no fine.
You either comply or you go to jail. I have latitude to do this under Georgia law."
See, this is what
the judge actually doesn't, but the appeals court is just going to look at the entire thing and say, "Yeah, this is our clown show. We're just going to let it go."
This is ridiculous. Just do it.
It's already the entire case is already a fucking clown show by default because it's a RICO case, and all RICO cases are clown shows.
They all are. All right, what's next?
So Kadokawa canceled a book because the name of the book is Irreversible Damage: The Transgender Crazy Seducing Our Daughters.
I have lots of things to say about this. First of all, that title is insane.
It's like it's insane, but like Kadokawa publishes a lot of crazy shit.
Yeah. I mean,
And apparently part of it is the anime gender is part of the gay agenda. I mean the anime industry is part of the gay agenda as part of the book. It's like
yeah, who cares?
It's an anime about the gay agenda in anime. What?
Listen, I would love the anti-gay anime about the anime gay agenda. It sounds amazing. Okay, that like it would probably be the most accidental gay thing ever.
But
anyway,
apparently they canceled it because of a protest.
I have questions about this because I've been to Japan, you've been to Japan, and I've been to like the seedier parts of Japan where the gays would hang out. And I gotta tell you, there's more gay in NASCAR than there is in Japan. All right, there's not a lot of gay in Japan. There's a lot of people who like the idea of gay, but they're all just straight.
There certain groups have a very loud voice and they're amplified by the US Embassy.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because there was a point where a Japanese consulate was complaining about gay culture books in elementary schools, and there was a protest going on, and he managed to find the origin of it being the U.S. Embassy, and was like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing? Hey, what the fuck you doing? Are you trying to force our children to be gay, knowing full well we already have a fucking population decline issue?"
Yeah. They passed some sort of gay rights bill, but it was like things. It was something that it was time to be passed, but there was still a lot of resistance to, and then a lot of shady shit went down with to get it passed, and it left a bad flavor in a lot of people's mouths.
Listen,
People,
I get it. I understand, but my number one issue with Japan is that it has a population decline. It's had a population decline since I was like a kid thinking about going to Japan in the 90s. 30 years of population decline. That can't be good.
No, they have a low birth rate combined with an incredibly strict immigration policy, and that's led to population decline. And they've managed to stay afloat because they've managed to stay afloat as a major player because they're they're strategically placed, and they're a strategically placed friend of the United States. But yeah, they had issues in the 90s that they've never fully recovered from because the bottom fell out of their population growth.
Yep. And
the scary thing is that bottom falling out, the bottom falling out of the population growth, that's one of the reasons Ukraine and Russia are at war right now. And it's about to happen with China. Except it's going to happen worse with China because not only did they have like the economic factors that lead to low birth rates,
they had government enforcement
policy, so it's going to hit them fucking hard.
Oh yeah. Now, what's interesting about all of this, and I'll say it 100 times over, is that Japan and actually, and with Kadokawa saying, "Okay, no, we're not going to go and publish this," is that this book's going to be published by someone.
It's going
to someone's going to publish this. I had no desire to read this book at all, but now that everyone's making a huge deal out of it, now I'm like, maybe I should read it and see what the hell the actual content is about.
Yeah, now it's like one of those things like this probably sucks. I'm probably gonna hate it. But now I need to see what the fuck it's about.
Yeah, like I actually
What the hullabaloo is about.
I need to know exactly what's going on. I have read multiple things I do not like. I'm completely against morally, and things that I don't find good or like fun or happy, including multiple Soviet manifestos and philosopher notes on communism and all kinds of nonsense, Mein Kampf, all kinds of things. Because someone said this book's terrible. Excuse me, this book's terrible. It was written by this person. This person was bad. And I kind of went, okay. Now I need to know what the hell they actually said.
This is banned. You shouldn't read it. Okay, why are you banning this?
Like my brain goes, Fahrenheit 451. You have to read the book.
1984.
You have to read the book. You have to know what people are saying. Otherwise, you can't. Otherwise, you're just making up shit.
The beautiful thing about people are like, oh, this is a bad idea. We should block it so no one believes it. No, the beautiful thing about completely open free speech is it allows you to identify who the idiots are.
Now, with me,
who the evil people are, because they're allowed to say it.
Now, with me saying this, I will say this 100 times over. There are some things that should not be in the hands of children, and we should, in fact, be adults. Be like, listen, you can't read this yet. Why? Did your mom say it? Did your mom say it's okay to read it? Go read it with your mom. Don't read it here. Go do it somewhere else.
Yeah, there are things that can
mess up a kid.
That can mess up a kid, but as an adult, adults should have free access to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I also believe that, if a parent thinks a kid can handle something, they should make the best decision for their kid.
Yeah, I mean,
but public schools, you have to go for the lowest common denominator.
Public schools are different. That's a listen. This is a public space. Everyone has to go and live in it together. We don't want your weird stuff here. All right, listen, if I can't read the Bible in public school, you can't read whatever weird shit you're reading. That's all there is to it. If I can't have my book full of sex and drugs and violence, you can't have yours.
And polygamy.
Especially, and giant bestiality with the horse cocks. And people are like, what are you talking about, Darren? The Bible.
The Bible.
You've got to read your Bible.
And the sodomy and the sodomy and the sodomy.
God, there's so much sodomy in the Bible. By the way, Bob says we should make our visual novel.
Oh.
Just because he wants to watch everyone's head explode.
Did he change his mind after you suggested we should get it voiced by?
I didn't tell him that.
Because he's got a personal vendetta.
I know he has a personal vendetta, but I didn't mention that part.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
God forgive us.
What do you mean, God forgive us? I am helping people experience the Bible. I'm giving them the Word of God and the stories passed to us by God.
Okay, what? Okay, which version of the Bible are we using?
I don't know. Not Timothy.
Well, I'm saying, are we going to include the books that are only in the Catholic version, or are we just going to stick to the shit everyone agrees on?
Let's go with the Catholic version, then we can make the shit everyone agrees on version later.
Well, there's in the Catholic version of the Bible, there's a couple books that are they're not. There's a couple books in the There's a couple books in the Old Testament that are in the Catholic version, but not the. Not in the, and it's it comes from whatever Jewish source that the Catholic Church used, and then when Luther translated it into the vernacular, was like, okay, it's in this Jewish source, but it's not in this Jewish source. So I want to go to This is the original Jewish source, but the New Testament refers to it's fucking Bible scholarship is a fucking clusterfuck.
Listen. We'll have ourselves a Bible scholar look over everything later. We will have two versions. One I like to call the Old Testament, and the other one we'll call the New Testament.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to wait until after I get out of law school. So this is gonna be a fucking project.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm like just me
I
doing
gotta
coffee
relearn
has been a
Python.
fucking project. Okay.
Okay, I gotta relearn fucking Python. We gotta find artists.
We just need one good artist that is willing to do like a 6-month long project, and we pay them like X amount per month or whatever.
Yeah.
That's all we need there. All right, and then we'll come back to them if for more assets if needed.
Or can we just do like? Why don't we just start with the short? Why don't we just start with just do the Gospel of Mark, because that's the shortest gospel, and then we can fill in the rest of the books later
as expansion packs, nickel and diming people as we go. All right, there we go.
Yeah, nickel and diming people until people get pissed off and we get thrown out of the temple. We get thrown out like the money changers got thrown out of the temple by Jesus.
I'm just imagining my grandmother showing up with a belt and flipping over a table full of money. Oh, all right. It's
literally impossible to imagine my uncle who's a priest cursing, but I can imagine him just going, "What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?" I'm spreading the knowledge of the Bible to people. With this imagery, it's in the Bible. Why are you mad at me for what they wrote?
Oh Lord!
All right, what's is that our last?
That's
article?
The last thing.
All right, let's. Was something I wanted to mention on X that was going on that I saw real fast. So apparently everyone's freaking out over some manga.
So it's manga or maga?
Manga.
MANGA.
NGA.
And okay.
So this is so I'm not sure. It's about talking about Japan's population problem. It's about a 34-year-old man who signs up for a government program that's supposed to give you a girlfriend who then has to go, who's specifically trained to get pregnant so that you can have children.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And that sounds bad enough as it is. But like the girl, he gets assigned to him. Like it says, oh yeah, and the teenage girl who was assigned to him, going, how old is teenaged? It doesn't say how old. It just says teenage. How old is teenaged? Is she 18, 19? How old?
Like, yeah. Like this is starting to get more and more fucked up the more you describe it, and you've just started describing it.
Well, everyone immediately freaked out when pedophilia. I'm like, I can't tell pedophilia or not because I don't know age of girl. It sounds fucked up, and I agree. It sounds like a fucked up premise, but Japan's kind of reaching the point where government approved girlfriends is gonna be a thing, like in South Korea. We're reaching that point pretty soon. I'm waiting for it. It's like women, if you want to vote, you have to go and do your government assigned girlfriend time. You can only vote if you have at least one child. You must pop out one baby. Men, you can do whatever you want. You are not a net negative towards our taxes. Women. Everyone's like, Darren, how could you say that? I'm not lying though. Women tend to be a net negative on the tax system. What do you want from me? I didn't decide that. The IRS did. Be angry at them. I'm angry at them all the time.
Right? Accidentally libertarian.
Every woman needs to become libertarian a lot faster, right? All of you. Freedom. Freedom. Do drugs. Freedom. Yeah, but that's so like whatever. Everyone's freaking out and jumping down this guy's throat. I'm going, I don't know enough about this. It sounds like a stupid rom-com, but okay. I've heard of other dumb rom-coms.
Like this is this is starting to become a theme. Like even there were the
Love
Do You
and
Love
Life.
Your Mother and her 2-hit combo was related to population decline.
I mean, there was Love and Lies that was about literally the government issues you a girlfriend.
Like this is starting to become a theme.
This is becoming a theme, and I'm thinking this is because people are trying to push this forward somewhere in the government, and like if enough people are receptive, they'll start doing it.
You're not wrong, but I'm starting to get the Alex Jones vibes.
I mean,
like this is like we're starting to get into crazy land, but it's true kind of vibes.
I am a little retarded, so that makes sense.
All I ask of reality is to not make Alex Jones right, and he continues to be right.
Alex Jones is right because he reads the news. That's it. That's all he does.
All I ask is things not to be crazy, and they continue to be crazy.
Like it's not like you just read the news, you see a pattern, you go, this is what's going to happen next, and everyone is shocked and amazed it happens that way. I go, what do you mean? Read the news. It's kind of like every single like the word for word what I said was going to happen at that warehouse after I left happened, and they're like, I can't believe it all happened the way you said it was. I go, what do you mean? What do you like? I told you, I warned you about these problems. I let you all know about it. You all scoffed and laughed at me. You fired me, and then you're shocked that no one was there to go and pick up your shit yeah, no shit. I swear, I
Anyways, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go play some more Trails and have the world make sense.
All right,
because the world doesn't make reality doesn't make sense. I need to go to fiction. To quote Mark Twain, fiction fiction has to make sense. Reality doesn't.
Yeah, so if you want reality to make sense, Five Nights at Freddy's is currently the top grossing movie in the box office, beating out.
That doesn't surprise me.
Beating out multiple children's movies, and I'm going probably because there isn't a single Christmas movie. Thoughts? Hell, a Hanukkah movie will be good right now. Where are you, Adam Sandler? We need you. We need you, Adam Sandler. We need you and like that one girl who's way too hot to be with you in this movie, who's now your love interest. We need you, Adam Sandler.
We need you, Adam Sandler. oh, Adam Sandler, where art thou?
When we needed him most, he was gone.
That might bring peace. An Adam Sandler movie that might bring peace to the Middle East.
Billy Madison, live from Israel.
Billy Madison on the Live Golf Tour.
Oh,
Make it happen. If you know sports, you know why that's funny.
All right, guys. Have yourself a good one. We will see you guys next week, same time as always. I think I played all my meme videos, so I'm not sure what I'm going to end with. I actually don't know what I'm going to end with. This will work. Now, as always, I want you guys to remember, journalists are not your friends. Don't talk to them, and whenever possible, record everything.
Don't talk to cops.
Same thing. Journalists should be treated like cops and cigarette lobbyists. Record everything and don't talk to them. Good night, everybody.
Have you